Okay, so you have so if you have and then you have so just going around, then you have okay, what this is showing is that's these are sodium ions, okay? That's a sodium ion. The sodium ion that comes in, okay, it attaches to there. Once it attaches, the ATP is broken down, okay? Which releases energy. So once the sodium attaches to this protein pump, ATP is then broken down to release energy, and then the whole pump, that's, have I done this the wrong way? Sorry, that's meant to be the wrong place. Okay, cross that out, okay. So these then, the whole configuration changes. So you see how this V is pointing that way? There's a V shape here. Now the V shape is pointing that way, okay? So this V is here, and it's closed up here. This is open. I'm not drawing these completely together, but it's just a sketch. These should be much sort of more closed, okay? So then it flips around, so then these are released on this side, okay? These are the sodium ions, okay? And that's potassium, okay? So energy is released, it causes the whole thing to change shape, so the opening, which is in the bottom of the picture, becomes facing that way. The sodium is released, potassium comes in, and then potassium is then released onto the maybe just fill these in a bit, makes it look a bit better. Okay, the potassium is then released, okay? Okay, so if that's the outside, okay? This is the outside, and this is the inside, okay? So sodium on the inside attaches the sodium potassium pump. Once they're all attached, ATP is broken down to release energy. The whole pump then changes shapes. The sodium is then released the outside, and potassium then attaches the pump, and then potassium is released inside, okay? And that's the basic idea of sodium potassium pump. So you have more sodium outside the cell, but this pumps it outside. And more potassium probably inside the cell, and this pumps that inside, okay? So that's active, this is sodium potassium pump. And lastly, you got iodine, okay? Iodine in seawater is trace levels. Brown seaweed has about 0.4% iodine, it's dry weight in it, but active transport pumps iodine against the concentration gradient in the cell. So active transport makes the concentration of iodine in seaweed sap several thousand times higher than it would be, okay? So yeah, so in seawater, okay, it's pumped into seaweed. That should say that, okay? So it's about 1,000 times higher than normally, okay? So that's an example. Iodine is pumped into seaweed, into brown seaweed. Okay? By an active transport pump to fill the sap up with iodine, okay? So brown seaweed's a good commercial source of iodine. Okay, I'll end the session and see you later. Bye.